Today we're going to learn about visualizing, and when we visualize, we can make mental pictures that change as you read, like a movie playing in your mind. So, second grade, most of the time when you were reading in kindergarten and first grade, you read a book that had pictures in it. So this book, Itchy Itchy Chicken Pox, has pictures in it. So when you see the words, a spot, another spot, you can see in the pictures that they put spots on the face of the little boy. So your mind didn't have to do a lot of visualizing. But as you get older, you start to read books that may not have pictures on every page. So when you do that, you have to make pictures in your mind. And so that's called visualizing. So I'm going to show you how I do that with the story Charlotte's Web. When I read the Charlotte's Web, I think of my grandpa's farm. Because a lot of times when you visualize, you think of places that you've been. You visualize pictures in your head of places you've been or seen before. So if I read a little clip of this book, I'm going to show you how I visualize it in my head. One afternoon in June, when Wilbur was almost 2 months old, he wandered out into his small yard outside the barn. Fern had not arrived for her usual visit. Wilbur stood in the sun, feeling lonely and bored. So right there, I'm thinking of a picture in my head, and I can visualize that barn. So when I do that, I picture my grandpa's barn. So I'm going to draw kind of what I picture in my head. Here's the barn. And then at my grandpa's place, the barn kind of sat on a big hill. So I think of all the grasses up here, but then there's a hill down here. And I see the fence that they talk about the fence in the picture, or in the story a lot. So when it talks about Wilbur running out of the fence in that part of the story, I picture the fence down here. But right now, in the part that I just read, which was, he wandered out into his small yard outside the barn, and he stood in the sun feeling lonely and bored, I picture the barn. I picture the sun shining nice and bright, and it seems like a very happy place. So that's how I visualize in my head. So today, you're going to practice visualizing in your mind. So, go ahead and when you go to the Blended Learning site, you will do this. You are first going to watch the What is Visualizing video, which is what you are watching right now. Then I want you to click on the song. It is called Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World. You're going to watch how the pictures help you visualize what you hear. Then you're going to listen to Miss Lister's The Salamander Room. And she's going to read that story to you, and we don't want you to look at any pictures, so I don't want you to read this one yet. You're going to listen to the story The Salamander Room, and then you're going to draw a picture of what you played in your head. After you're done with your picture, it's going to be on this paper right here is where you're going to visualize. It says, as the teacher reads, sketch a picture of what you see in your mind. So draw the picture and then say one sentence down here about what you visualized. After you're done with that, then you can watch The Salamander Room by Ann Mazer, and you can compare your picture to the pictures in the actual story.